Do you want to know the speed of light? I'm going to say it regardless of your answer. The approximate speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Approximate. To be precise, the speed of light is 299,792,459 meters per second. A very good evening, Toastmasters and my distinguished guests. I'm going to make the intention of my speech pretty clear. I am here to persuade you to understand and reevaluate the true nature of truth in today's day and age. Now, it is a fact that everyone in this room has lied at least once in their life. Sometimes you have lied under shame. Sometimes you have looked into the eyes of other people and lied. Sometimes we have even lied with a smile on our face. But we have lied, haven't we? And from a very young age, we have been told that lying is a bad thing. Now, as soon as I said this, at least one person in the room would have understood or thought, Shaiz, not all lies are bad. There are a few noble lies. We call them white lies. We tell them and we pat ourselves on the backs. But when did I ever say that I'm against lies that are not noble? In fact, I'm going to be telling you 3 stories where I am not the noble person you think I am. And through that, we'll also understand the 3 types or ways that people actually lie. Let's get started. With the first story that I have, I'm going to take you back to my 3rd grade. I had just read all of the Harry Potter books, and I was inspired by the way that Harry Potter was portrayed as this hero with a wand. So what did I do? I rushed to a Chinese restaurant, I picked up one of their free chopsticks, I went back to school the next day, stood in front of my friends, and I told them, I can see ghosts, and I can defeat them with this wand. I closed my eyes, I waved the wand around and said some gibberish. Coincidentally, a wind blew past us. I opened my eyes and I said, see, that's proof. I've killed the ghost. And they got it. The next 2 years, I have kept building the lie on top of each other. I have built the lore to a point where we are having these mega battles in our PT class. The PT teacher was very concerned watching a group of children point chopsticks to the sky and scream gibberish. But all of this evidently came crashing down when one of my friends watched one of the Harry Potter movies. My lie was caught and exposed. Now this kind of lie, which I've just did back there in 3rd grade, is called lies by commission, where you make falsified statements. And I did all of this to build an image of myself as the chosen one, the hero. Keep this in mind. Moving on to the second story. Now this is somewhat recent. It's more related to my engineering days. In this story, I am a very punctual person except for the 8:30 a.m. classes that we have had since our 3rd semester. So in 5th semester, my lecturers got very worried because I was showing up at 9:15 for an 8:30 class. So at the end of the day, my teacher started asking me, Shaiz, did you attend the 8:30 a.m. class? Verbally, I would say, yes, I did. Mentally, I would add a note 2 semesters ago, because that is how long it had been since I attended a class at 8:30. This habit kind of swept into me because this made me feel smart, right? So one time I was late to a friend's meetup, and they called me up and said, Shaiz, how long do we have to wait for you? I replied, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, verbally. Mentally, I said plus 55 minutes, because it was going to take me an hour more to actually get there. Now, this kind of lying can be best said as lying by omission, where a very crucial aspect of the truth is omitted and you only say the partial truth. Now, I was feeling very smart until the facts that I omitted came to the surface. I started getting caught by my lecturers because they saw the attendance sheet and only 3rd semester classes were present. The remaining of them were absent. I obviously got caught by my friends because I was an hour late instead of 5 minutes. But I did all of this to build an image of myself to be a punctual person. Now, the next story that I have for you is a lot more interesting than the other 2 because it has my favorite type of line. I know that sounds a little funny. Now, this happened back in high school when one of my friends started baking. and they were very, very enthusiastic about it. And I was being a very supportive friend. I would support them, I would give them inputs and all of those things. So what happened is, once they got good at it, they would arrange a group of people from our class, and then they would present them the dish that they've baked the day before. And then they would run away because they were afraid of feedback. So on one such day, she got us a cheesecake and then ran away. I was the first person to take the bite out of the cheesecake, and I said, wow, for a first-time baker, this cheesecake is phenomenal. However, I do think that the base could have been better. One of the other people in the group went on to that baking friend and said, you know what Shaiz said? He said that it was evident that you're a first-time baker and that the base could have been better. Now my friend was obviously hurt. She had been seeing me as a supportive friend, but behind her back I was calling her a first-time baker. So when she confronted me and she said, did you say these things, Shaiz? All I could say was, yes, technically. The truth had been quoted, twisted into a lie. This type of lying is called paltering, where you say the truth, but it is actually a lie. And this is my favorite form of lying because it is the most dangerous. You know how I asked a question about white lies? Well, the next step of white lies is paltering. The main reason why people do paltering is because they don't want accountability for their lies. In fact, the friend who had paltered about me to my other friend became the trustworthy person, and I became the guy who backbites, as one would say. So all in all, what I would like to say is that paltering is a great way of losing accountability. And that is exactly how the truth works in today's day and age. In fact, you might remember the speed of light that I mentioned precisely. What did I say? 299,792,459 meters per second? Well, I paltered. It's actually 299,792,458 meters per second. That is the nature of truth in today's day and age. Because no matter where you see the truth, remember that the lies lie in the truth. What do you think, Toastmaster of the day?